welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing my pedicure. It's been a really long time and as you can see they look a hot mess. So I'm gonna be using the Mia Secret products. I've used the same products in like my last two videos, so I'm gonna use those same ones because I really like how they smell and they make my feet feel really good. So the pedicure tub that I'm using, I think I got this from like Goodwill. It was brand new, but you can find these at like Walmart and they're probably like no more than $30 and they're good for like at-home pedicures. So I'm also going to be using a pair of nippers, a nail clipper. I'm going to use a cuticle pusher, a cuticle remover, a nail file. I'm also gonna need some acetone, a cotton ball, and of course my top coat and my base coat. I don't know what color I'm gonna do just yet. And then again, the Mia Secret products, which I'll be sure to leave the link in the description to this kit, but it comes with the mineral salt, the scrub, the creamy mask. It also has a what is this, jasmine essential oil massage. It comes with cuticle remover, and lastly it comes with callus remover. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm gonna do is pour some of this mineral salt into the pedicure tub, and this is gonna be what am I trying to say, this is like your soap. So this is what's gonna soften up your feet and it smells really good. I probably put a little too much in there, but now I'm just gonna put my feet in, and oh, it's cold. So make sure that your water, it's been sitting here for a little bit, so that's why it's cold. But make sure that your water, of course, is, you know, whatever temperature you want it to be. And I can turn the vibration and heat on, but it's too loud. I'm gonna turn it on so you guys can see. See, I feel like it would be too loud for this video, so I'm just gonna leave it on for a few minutes while my feet soak, and then throughout the video I'm just gonna turn it off. So I'm gonna let my feet soak for about like 10 minutes and then we'll move on to the next step. And again, I use the mineral salt, and this actually it actually does have to be soaked for 10 minutes. You have to soak your feet in it for 10 minutes. And this mineral salt says that it helps with relieving stress and soothes muscle tension. So it smells really good. It literally has the whole room smelling like this. And then the container is pretty big. This one is an 8-ounce container, and then the other ones are as well. So again, I'm just gonna let my feet soak and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so they've been soaking for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one foot out, and I'm gonna be removing the polish. So whenever I do my feet, I use regular nail polish so I don't have to, you know, remove any gel or anything. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pat my foot dry. And then I'm gonna go in with the cotton ball and the acetone to remove that polish. Remember that when you're removing polish, you just want to hold the cotton ball on your toe for a few seconds instead of going in there and like rubbing, because I feel like that takes a lot longer.
And I feel like when you just hold it there for a few seconds, it kind of like soaks that regular nail polish right away. And it doesn't get really messy, especially if you're using like, you know, removing like a bright color off your toes, it gets really messy.
Alrighty, so I removed the polish from this foot. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim them down because they're really long. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my nail clipper to trim them down. And you don't have to trim them down. I just think that they're getting really long. So that's why I'm trimming them down, but you can just file them down, you know, or whatever you want. So now while my foot is out of the water, I'm gonna go ahead and do the cuticle remover. So my cuticles will soften up while I do the same thing on the other foot. Make sure that when you're applying this cuticle remover, you don't touch your toes with the actual like top of the bottle. Just kind of do like drops on them. And it's really watery, so you want to make sure that you're holding the bottle right on top of the toe. So after this, we're gonna go ahead and put our feet back in the water, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to my other foot. So the little towel that I'm using is actually Buy Me a Secret, and it came with the pedicure kit, so I really like that. And as you can see, this foot, I actually have a crack on my toe. Like, I literally broke the whole half of my toe, or the corner of my toe, so I am going to be repairing that as well. So same thing, get a cotton ball, get some acetone. We're going to put it on there and just let it sit there for a few seconds, and then we rub off. Now I'm just gonna go in and trim these as well. Just like that, and then same thing, I'm gonna go in with the cuticle remover. And then just put my foot back in there. And I'm gonna let them soak for like another 5 minutes. Alrighty, so this foot has been soaking for 10 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and pat it dry. And then next I'm gonna go in with my cuticle pusher, and I'm just gonna push back my cuticles really good. And since we applied the cuticle remover, this softened up our cuticles a lot. As you can see, like any dead skin that's around your cuticles will come right off with this product. So just push them back real good. Okay, so as you can see, it literally gets everything off. So I'm just gonna use a paper towel to wipe that off, and then you can go in with the other side of your cuticle pusher if you have this, and you can just clean up underneath your toenails. Okay, just like that. So now, since they're already softened, I'm gonna go in with this cuticle remover tool. And this one actually came in like a kit that I got, I believe, by Macart. So I'll be sure to leave the link in the description to it. But with this one, I really like it because with the nipper, especially with you doing your own pedicure, it's kind of hard to go in there and clip it off. So with this one, it's like you literally just slide this like on the side of your toenail. You just slide it in there and it removes that dead skin. As you can see, I went in there one time and it got all of that off. But you do want to make sure that you do this while or after you've already soaked your feet. You can go around the cuticle as well. And even the front of your toe if you have to. Okay, so this tool like literally works miracles. Like, it got all that dead skin from around my toes. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off on a paper towel. And then next I'm gonna go in and apply the callus remover. So this one, you just apply wherever you usually get like rough spots. Sorry, I have some paint from painting the wall earlier. But this one, like usually my heels get really rough, and like maybe around my toe and like on the other side. So you can just apply it there. And you do want to make sure you grab some gloves when you're doing this, but I actually forgot to get them and I don't want to have to get up right now. So I'm just going to apply it and then I'm going to wipe my hand off right after. Just like that. Just rub it in. And then from the actual salt that I put in the water, it helps soften up the bottom of your feet as well. So they're already like pretty soft to where I could literally like kind of with my nails scratch away some of that dead skin from under my feet. But I went ahead and wiped my hand off. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing for this one. We're gonna let the callus remover soak for like 3 to 5 minutes. So by the time I finish removing the cuticle on this foot, the other one should be done. Alrighty, so we removed that dead skin from around the cuticle area, or sorry, we pushed back the cuticles. So then now we're gonna go in with the cuticle remover, just slide it in there. Okay, you do want to make sure that when you're using this tool, you're really careful, because I just cut myself. So make sure that you are careful when you're using this. You don't want to go in there and like hold it down too hard, because that will happen. Okay, I'm gonna just leave that while I finish the other toes. And this little tool I actually only use on myself. You guys know that I don't do pedicures on my clients. So this little tool I only use on myself. Okay, so we're done with that one. So now we're gonna go in and same thing, apply the callus remover. Okay, so next I'm gonna go ahead and take my first foot out, because it's been soaking for about 5 minutes now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pat this one dry. And then we're gonna go in with the foot file. So I'm using the same one by Mia's Secret, and we're just gonna go in and start scrubbing the bottom of our feet. Okay, so it feels really smooth, like a little baby's butt. So now we're gonna go ahead and put that one back in, and we're gonna do the same thing to the other foot. So same thing, just patting it dry, and then with the foot file, just going in there and scrubbing our feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back in. So now I'm gonna go in with the lavender sugar scrub, and I'm gonna do this on the other foot. So I'm gonna just go in and just pat it dry. And with this one, all you have to do is just, just rub it in, and it's going to exfoliate your feet, and it's gonna help soften the skin and restore a healthy glow. So we're gonna do the exfoliating for about 2 to 3 minutes, and again, you just like literally rub it in and then just rinse it off afterwards. So this is what it looks like, and all of these products smell like lavender, so I absolutely love that. I'm gonna grab about that much. I'm just gonna put it on my heel, and I'm just gonna like spread this out throughout my entire foot, and you literally just rub it in. Alrighty, so I rubbed it in for about 2 to 3 minutes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just rinse it off. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other foot. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pat it dry. I'm gonna grab some of the scrub. I probably need a little bit more. And then just hold on. And then we're just gonna rub it in really good. Oops, I dropped a lot of it. Yo, my toe would not stop bleeding.
So yeah, you have to be really careful not to cut yourself because, especially if you're doing it on someone else. And when, like if you do cut someone, just make sure you put something on there and hold some pressure on it until it stops bleeding. But a lot of the time, sometimes you just can't help when, accidents happen, you just can't help it.
Alrighty, so we finished scrubbing that foot. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back in the water. And same thing, just rinse it off. Alrighty, so next we're gonna go ahead and take both of our feet out of the water. Now I'm gonna go in with the Lavender Creamy Mask. And this one you apply right after you exfoliate the skin. And with this one you apply a thick layer of the creamy mask on the cleansed skin. And you can also take it up to your legs and your hands as well. And you leave it on there for about 5 minutes to get a full moisturized, to fully moisturize your skin. And then afterwards we just rinse it off with warm water. So this is what it looks like, and you just get it's kind of like, it's like a whipped cream type of texture. So now we're just gonna go ahead and apply it all on our feet. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do the rest on my hands, and I'm just gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put our feet back in there. It's been about 5 minutes now, so we're gonna put our feet back in there, and we're just gonna rinse this off. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my towel and I'm going to just dry my feet off. And this time I'm not gonna put them back in there, I'm just gonna set them over to the side. Now I'm gonna go in with the massage oil, and then also I forgot that I also have the lotion. I just have it over here on the side. So I have the white honey body lotion and then the jasmine oil. So what I usually like to do is get some of the lotion and then pour a little bit of the oil in there with it as well, and just rub it in together and then just massage it onto my feet. Of course, if you're doing someone else pedicure, then you do want to do a full, massage, but I'm just rubbing mine in. All right, yeah, so I'm gonna just put a band-aid on my toe just because it won't stop bleeding, and I don't want it to mess up, any of my other toes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a band-aid on there for now while it stops bleeding. So now I'm gonna be fixing this big toe. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did not, shape my toenails at first when I cut them down. The reason why is because I am gonna be going in to repair this big toe, so I wanted to wait till the end to do all of my shaping and buffing and the acrylic on this big toe. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna go in with a buffer, and I'm just gonna go in and remove the shine from my big toe. Just going in and removing that shine. And I don't usually like to apply acrylic on my toes because usually my toes, like, they do really good. Like, even regular nail polish stays on like really good. I never had any issues with it. So I don't like to apply the acrylic on my entire toe. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm literally just gonna add that piece of acrylic right there where it's missing. So I'm gonna be using a nail form. And the ones that I use look like this. I'm just gonna grab it, take the back off of it, and then wiggle this thing around. And usually for toes, you have to rip this apart. And then I'm gonna put that right under my toenail. Okay, so just like that. And then basically we're gonna just be adding the acrylic right here on this corner. So we're just gonna make sure that we line up, you know, the entire nail and basically match it up with this. So for the acrylic, I'm gonna use my same Mia Secret acrylic. I am gonna go in and do a primer on that side. I'm really gonna add it to the whole nail in case I do end up putting acrylic, you know, on the entire nail. And then for my brush, I'm using my Alpha brush in a number 10. Sorry, it erased the name with the acetone or something, but it's the Alpha brush. So now I'm just gonna dip my brush into the liquid and into the powder, and I'm just getting a really small bead, and I'm gonna place it right at that corner. Pressing it down. And then with the belly of my brush, I'm just gonna basically like shape it. And then I'm gonna blend it towards the back. Okay, I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more on the other corner because I like my toes to be like super squared, and that one looked like it was a little bit rounded. But again, if you want to add the acrylic on the entire nail, you can. But I just don't like it on my entire nail because then it's going to look a lot bulkier than the other one. So while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and just shape up my toenails on my other foot. So with this one, as you can see, all of them look pretty good. So now I'm just going to go in and file them. I file the free edge on my toenails at exactly a 90-degree angle because, again, I like them super straight. Okay, and then this one actually has been poking me on the side. So usually if you feel like something's poking you, it could be an ingrown toenail. So I'm going to go in with my nippers and I'm going to go in there like this, and I'm just going to clip the side of the toenail. And you're going to see what was poking me. Okay, so it was that little piece of nail that was in there poking me like against my skin. So now when I like touch it, like it's nothing there anymore, because that's what it was. Usually if you have any more little skin, because I still see like a little piece of skin right there. See, I just took that off and that was just skin. So now I can go in there and finish shaping up my toenails. And usually you're able to look for those if you just feel like on the corners of your toes. And like sometimes it's because the toenail, it like grows into your skin, and that's how your ingrown toenails happen. But if you just go in there and like clip the corner off, you're able to easily remove it. Alrighty, so we finished shaping that one up. I can go ahead and also gently buff the top of the nail. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe the dust off. And then these are gonna be good to go. And then we can just apply the base coat and then whatever color I decide to do in the top coat, and that'll be it for this foot. Alrighty, so the acrylic on this toe is dry. So I can go ahead and take the form off. And then we can go in and shape. You can really see the acrylic. Let me see. Well, you can see it like right there. And then on the side. So now we're gonna go in and just shape this toe up. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go in and just wipe these off. Alrighty, and for my polish, I think I'm gonna be doing this red color by D&D in the color Fury Fuchsia. So of course, before we actually apply the color, we have to go in with a base. And I'm gonna be doing this nail straightener by OPI, and I'm gonna apply that on all of my toes. Okay, and I actually changed my mind because I forgot that I still had this one, which is my all-time favorite polish. I actually used to get these from my local nail supply store, and they stopped selling them. So I used up all of my gel ones, but I still have like 2 of the regular nail polish. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply 2 coats on that on each foot. Alrighty, so we did one coat on this foot and it looks like it's already pretty dry on this big toe. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through with the second coat so I don't have to come back. Alrighty, so we did 2 coats on this foot and it looks really good. It's definitely been a while since I did red, but for some reason I've just been wanting it lately. So I might be doing that on my nails as well. So same thing, we're gonna do 2 coats of the red on this foot, and then of course we're gonna come back and do the top coat on both of them. Alrighty, so I did 2 coats of the red on both feet. So now I'm gonna go in with the top coat and I'm gonna be using the OPI top coat. Alrighty y'all, so here is the final look. We did my pedicure, we fixed my big toe, and we did the polish. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNailed32, and I'll see you guys next time.